Plug the main out into the AC. I've got the steam key to heat it up. If there's a dropout inside the timepiece, in the jam scene, we'll lock it up. I've been feeling it, planning it, dreaming it, planning it, jamming it. And if I pull a switch and nothing hits, I'll do it all again. Right now, I give everything I've got. Journey with you, no doubt. I believe in everything you are. Journey with you today. In the
Hey everyone, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another wonderful edition of Coffee and Comics, or Comics and Coffee with me. My name is Don Chin. I'm your host, coming to you from sunny California here in the US. And we have a very special guest today in our green room. And so we're going to go about an hour today. I've got Alex here from Infinity, and he's going to be talking to us about his campaign, which just launched last week. It's called Columns of Creation. If you saw him a couple months ago, it was right. He was kind of doing his pre-launch promotion, and now he's live, and he's got a lot of great looking material that I'm excited to go over and show you if you haven't seen it for the first time. Just want to say hi to the folks in the chat today. Let's see who we have here. We have Ray Thulu. He says, I'll be doing better once my coffee is finished brewing. Yes, Ray, I hear you. I've got my coffee here in my my beloved San Francisco Giants mug with my wife and I, and Benedict Cumberbatch. He was trying to photobomb us when we were in front of the World Series trophy. That guy's got some, he's got some gumption, that guy. We've got Aria. Hey, Aria, good to see you, my friend. Aria is a CG UK collaborator from Wales. And Aria, I don't know if you saw in the intro, I put you in tail list in my new intro that we came up with about a month ago. Tank Ferret Art is here. Good morning, Tank Ferret. And Alejandro says, hey, Aria, my friend. Yes, you guys are good guys from overseas to us. Past Master Dan said, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Yes, please do that so we can keep growing this channel. We're almost up to 2,000 subscribers, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're at, I think, about 1.93, something to that effect. But yeah, thanks for everybody joining. We have at least about maybe a dozen people across the platforms, excuse me, here in our campaign. So I'm going to bring Alex on in just a moment. And then just to kind of give you a teaser for the last half of the show, I'm going to give you an update on the campaigns that we're working on here at Parody Press. We have X-Farce Reloaded. We have Beardzerker. And then I went shopping last week and yesterday, and I got some cool stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. And I also have a package from the folks at Red Valkyrie, Shay and Cyborg Valkyrie. They sent me their best-selling mug as a gift, and I have had it in my home for the last few days, and I wanted to open it up live so you guys could see this beloved jewel to my collection. So anyways, without further adu, I'm going to bring in Alex, good morning.
Good morning to you, Don Chin. How are you?
You look fresh, and what time is it over there in England?
It's 5 past 5.
5 past 5. I see. And you told me in the green room you were postponing an order of pizza.
That's correct? Right. Pizza Hut. Any Pizza Hut fans?
Pizza Hut or Pizza Hat?
Pizza Hut. Pizza
Hut. Okay. I was gonna say you're really Italian, correct?
That's right.
So tell me, is what's the best in your opinion? I mean, you just mentioned Pizza Hut. What's the best pizza franchise in your opinion? Is it Pizza Hut, or do you like
Um, well, here over here in the UK, because I feel like you probably have better. No offense to UK people, but I feel like out of UK and America, America probably has better pizza, because even though the UK is closer to Italy, America is more Italian in its culture, right? With all that wave of Italians that came over there way back when. So out of the things that they've got here, which I'm familiar with, Domino's, and I know you have Domino's too over there.
Right,
Uh,
right.
right. So Domino's and Pizza Hut, I would say Pizza Hut is better for me. Domino's is also great. But at the beginning, it used to give me like nausea. Domino's pizza, yeah,
Nausea and diarrhea, or just nausea?
probably both. Yeah.
Oh man, somebody past Master dances in the UK. They boil everything. Is that true?
Well, I don't know what they do because obviously I do my own thing. I oven cook almost everything. Right? It's just easy. You put it in the oven half an hour, and it's ready. But yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, so inquiring minds. At least I want to know what is Alex's favorite pizza.
My favorite pizza. Well, I just ordered a steak fajita pizza from Pizza Hut.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
yeah, it's got like 3 different types of cheeses on top. Well, before it used to be called Philly cheesesteak, I think, which I really loved. Pizza, it's all about lasagna gate. That's right. That's right. I have been challenged to make a lasagna, and I hope I don't forget about that. But I'm sure Arya will remind me from time to time. They've been putting lasagna videos on YouTube of them. Look at the insult, Don. They've been putting videos on YouTube of them putting frozen lasagnas in the microwave, and that's their lasagna. That's how they cook lasagna.
Yeah,
And
that's sad. That's
I
very
said to
sad.
them, if anyone caught you doing that in Sicily, they would probably break your knees. Yeah,
That's hilarious. So Arya says he bets you're not really Italian. I think he is, Arya. He looks Italian to me.
I'm not. I'm Sicilian.
Sicilian. Okay, so there's a difference.
No, there isn't. But it's like, it's like a thing that it's like an Italian thing, right? Everyone knows that when they ask, Sicilian people are very proud of being Sicilian, which they are Italian. They're not like, it's not like a different nation, but because Sicily is a separate island, right? Even though it's Italy, it is an island, and culturally very, very strong. We're very proud people. So there's this like divide between North and South, but I feel like that's the same everywhere in the world, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right. I was going to ask you, when you lived in Sicily, I mean, to me, when you say Sicily, that is like, people talk about Sicilian Italian food, and the pizzas. I think maybe the pizzas were maybe invented there. Do they actually have franchises in Sicily, or is that an insult to the actual origin of pizza? Because to me, I would feel like if you had a chance to eat at a nice Italian restaurant and have an actual Sicilian pizza versus Pizza Hut, it's a no-brainer that I would want to eat the Sicilian pizza. But
so I'm not aware of any franchise that makes pizza. Like all the franchise, I'm not aware of any franchise in Italy that is not international. Like McDonald's. When I was there, McDonald's was the only one I knew of. My parents live in a town, not secluded, but a town, not a city. And every few months, we would hop on the car, travel for 1 hour on the highway, and go to a big city, and that's where we would have our McDonald's. Over here, you've got like 3 McDonald's in the same town, even not even a city. So we have a lot of those. But obviously, if you go to Italy, you're gonna have real Italian pizza, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. And I pray for you that you get to come to Italy someday and enjoy Italian pizza, because it doesn't feel like junk food at all. Even though you eat it with your hands, still, it's pretty humble food, right? And so much cheaper. That's the other ridiculous thing. It's so much cheaper than this trash pizza they eat over here and over there, and yet is like a million times better. It's strange, but it is
Have you ever had Canadian bacon and pineapple on a pizza?
Canadian?
Yeah, over here in the States, we call it like a Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, they call it Hawaiian over here as well. I didn't know that was a thing when I was in Italy, but I've had it and I enjoy it. I heard someone having very passionate feelings about it on a Peter Simetti stream one time. Somebody who is supposedly from Italian parents. And I was thinking to myself, dude, I'm Italian and I have no problem with it. So please.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people say it's a sin to put pineapple on a pizza, but my wife and I love it. Do you speak Italian, by the way, as well as English?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
Of course, yeah. I came to the UK 7 years ago when I was 18.
Nice.
And because I wanted to be independent. Mitografia is here.
I know. I said Mitografia. We're not worthy.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Nice
hey,
to
man.
see you.
Yeah, I hope you saw my comic, Mitografia.
Yes, this is Kenneth Rocafort, I believe.
That's right. I was trying to remember Kenneth. It's not the most popular name.
Kenneth, I don't know if you saw my comment on Twitter, but I've seen you wear San Francisco Giants caps on your streams, and I believe you live in California, but I am a huge Giants fan. My wife and I are big. I mean, the rest of my comic book memorabilia is half Giants and half comic book stuff, but someday we got to have you on the show and talk baseball, because I think you'd be fun.
He says ciao.
Ciao. Okay, so Ray says, I don't like Hawaiian, but it's better than most Japanese. Yeah, I don't think a sushi pizza would be very good, Ray. But
Japanese
Actually, let us know how it goes.
I'll tell you something. In Italy, seafood pizza is very popular.
Really? Like shrimp, maybe?
Shrimp, but not. That's the thing that kind of annoying. It looks pretty. They put the shrimp with the shell. It's not deshelled. So you have to sort of grab it, open it, do the whole thing. I would prefer deshelled, but it does look better, in a picture.
Yeah, interesting. I used to love shellfish, Alex, and then in my older days, I started to get a allergic reaction to clams and shrimp and lobster. So now I can't eat it anymore, which is a pity, because it was one of my favorite delicacies growing up in a Chinese restaurant was fried shrimp and all that stuff. But anyways, let's get into your campaign. Do you want to share your screen and kind of give us a little 10-minute rundown? And we can play your video if you'd like.
Sure, let's do it. All right.
And chat. If you have any questions for Alex, please feel free to throw them in the in our beautiful chat room, and we can.
Yes, please.
We can. Yeah, we want to make this a little different. Normally Alex and I are going on shows and you're just kind of hearing us talk about our campaigns, and we just kind of repeat the same old thing. But today I wanted to have Alex not just show us his campaign, but get a little bit deeper into his creative process. So anyways, let's go ahead and add this to our stream. Alex, you have the control, my friend. So go ahead and I'll let you,
Don. Thank you, Don.
Talk.
So, hi guys. If you don't know me, my name is Alex, and as you've heard, I'm Italian and everything. And I have this comic called Columns of Creation. It is the first volume. And what is it about? It's the story of the elements of nature. You can see them down here. Embodiments of the elements of nature. So think, Sandman, embodiments of emotions, essential aspects of reality, all that kind of jazz. In this case, they're the elements of nature. and their job is creation. They are in charge of creating things in the universe: stars, planets, universes, galaxies, all in for the benefit of balance, the great balance of existence. But after Ian spent doing this, they want something else, right? They want more. They want a more fulfilling life. They want to make a friend. They want to make love. They want to eat a burger. God damn it! They want to eat pizza.
They want a pizza. Yes.
All right.
They want
a
their pizza.
Okay. And so they come to Earth. They come to planet Earth, to New York City in particular, to experience life as human beings. Now, if that was a Marvel comic right there, it would be boring as fuck. But this is not it, right? They're going to get in all kinds of trouble, earthly trouble mixed up with, supernatural powers and stuff, because that's what they are. And while this is happening, we will encounter another character. Let's go down here. These are where the characters are, if you guys want to know. So Paradox, this guy right here, he is the embodiment of black holes. And he's the villain of our story. He's been living on Earth under the guise of his human shell called Ezra Hempel. He's made a family for himself. He has a wife. He has a daughter. And he lives in the American suburbs with them, peacefully and happily, until something happens shortly after the arrival of the columns of creation. And when that happens, Paradox goes batshit crazy. And the columns of creation will be the only people that, people, quote unquote, that could stop him. The thing is, Paradox is an extremely powerful being. This is the first time I'm saying this, actually. Paradox is immortal, okay? He cannot be killed. So how are you going to go up against a villain that is immortal? Well, you have to buy the comic book and see. Now, let me show you some pages before I show you the perks. So this is the cover, right? Beautifully realized. Thank you.
Very
beautifully
nice.
realized by Mattia Monaco. That's my artist. Look at that. That's page 1.
Is he Italian as well?
He's Italian, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're an Italian powerhouse.
How did you meet him? Was he someone you knew from before you moved to the UK, or did you just find him online? Or
I found him online. I found my colorist online, Carlos Moreno. That's my colorist, working on God's Hand as well for Anthony Figueroa. Amazing. I found them and my ex-letterer. I found them on a group on Facebook called Connecting Comic Book Writers with Artists. Very good group, very big. You put an announcement on there, surely you'll find somebody. That's how I found them. And unfortunately, say again.
Has your primary artist, has he done a lot of comics? Because I'm not familiar with him, but when I saw this book originally, when you came on our channel, I just said, this guy is, he's worthy of getting professional work right now, but I'm not. Yeah. Hey, it was like we're looking at, okay. Yeah. So anyways, does he have any credits that you can tell us, like in America, or is he mainly an Italian cartoonist?
So he's still studying. He's a rising star, I would say. He's doing a comic for Aftershock called Knock 'Em Dead. And so that's, and he's doing stuff for other people as well that I see on Instagram.
Okay.
There's a upcoming comic called Pull No Punches, and he's doing that as well. So yeah.
Does he work primarily digitally? Because it looks like he probably would.
So if you go on his Instagram page, you find him on Instagram as Matt Oppenheimer, or just Instagram me at Alejandro_VS is written under the video. Right. And if you click on most of the pictures that I post, that it's like his art on there, you'll find him tagged. So you just click on there, go to his profile. He's got plenty of traditional stuff as well, because Italian comics, European comics are very traditional. very realistic looking, very dramatic. So he definitely has that experience, but he's probably so talented. He's realized very quickly that he needs to work with traditional, with digital. And the thing that strikes me, I don't know if anyone can notice it, is even though he's working with digital, he is not being overly clean. He's not being overly, polished about it. He's leaving, he's being scruffy. He's being very natural, very dynamic with his strokes.
I like that.
Yeah. So, even though he is a digital artist, it feels almost like traditional art.
Yeah, it does. How old is he? Do you know?
He must be around my age. I'm 25 years old.
Wow, amazing.
Maybe he's younger than me. Maybe he's 22 or something.
You guys are great. This is Eric Weathers, right? He's your letterer.
So my letter, the one who did this was not Eric Weathers. He had to step away for personal reasons, and then Eric Weathers is going to be a letter in the comic book now. Gotcha. And we also have a new graphic designer, which is Von Klaus, creator of Monster MD. So look at that, a blessing in disguise.
Wow, this is for your first comic book, Alex. You are way ahead of the curve. I mean, my first comics look like scribbles compared to what you're doing, and I just you have a level of quality and perfection. I don't want to say perfection, but I'm just saying well thought out. The logos. I mean, we'll look at your cards designs and stuff. I mean, I'm just like, you have a great sense of style and quality that I really think is raising the bar for a lot of us creators. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. The thing is, really, I realized the first 60 pages, I drew them myself. And then I got in touch with an industry professional through my university teachers. And he said, you're a good writer, but your art is not professional looking. And so I said, all right, say no more. And I don't remember who suggested it, but I found that group of Facebook, and it was my blessing. And then it was very complex from there, right? Because at the time I wanted to pitch this comic to publishers, so I had to time it right so that the production of the comic, the eventual production that would happen, would be possible, right? Because you're hiring freelancer artists and colors and stuff. So I'm hiring them, but they have to be available in case the publisher accepts the project. So I had to create contracts and stuff. It was, the whole thing, it's been really a learning curve for me. And it's only the beginning. But, if anything, I can say I have a good sense of beauty and a good editing eye. So the comic looks like this because I knew to pick the right people. I could have picked somebody who, whose art did not look like this, right? At all. But instead I picked this guy, I picked Matt, and Matt is absolutely insane. So in the end, it's like it's a teamwork.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, how many pages is your first issue?
So this first volume is going to be 44 pages, and it's going to be perfect bound. And you guys, you might be asking yourselves, why am I looking at black and white pages? So these pages are going to be lettered, and we have a black and white version of this comic available in the perks as well. So that's why these pages are here. And let's see here. I'm going to show you those perks in a minute. This is one of our trading cards. Okay, this is Earth, one of everyone's favorite character, and he's part of the featured perk. This trading card here.
Are you a card gamer? Could you look like this looks like kind of like a Magic the Gathering type of design, or I don't know if you were inspired by a certain look.
I used to play like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff when I was a kid. Collect Dragon Ball cards. We have these cards called lamin cards in Italy, which are like plastic cards that you can see through. So the image is like PNG, and you can see through the rest of the card. So those are really cool. But no, I don't really play cards, but I had people who suggested certain things and I took them on board, and then my graphic designer at the time showed me a bunch of templates, and this is what the card looked like now, right?
Okay.
So this is the featured perk, you guys, called Ultimate Elemental Bundle. It's not even that expensive, and it contains the comic, colored comic with this cover. It contains the black and white comic with the variant, the fire variant, what we call the fire variant, with fire sitting on the rock, staring at Earth, but in black and white. And we've got a PDF. PDF's a part of every perk, just because. And then we've got the trading card. And you want this trading card because all of the stretch goals are trading cards. And in future campaigns, we're going to have trading cards as well, with creatures from the universe, from the Columns verse. And I think I want to create a trading card binder as well. So the future is exciting, guys. Obviously, we can't get to any of that without your support.
What is your what do you envision as this being, like an ongoing, or is it a finite series?
It's finite. I don't really believe in ongoing. I think everything must come to an end. I've taken examples from Grey's Anatomy. I used to be a huge fan of Grey's Anatomy. A lot of people used to be huge fans of The Walking Dead. And what happens with those shows is, I call them zombie shows, right? So they become so huge that the network doesn't want to stop them anymore. And so, the story, the quality of the show pays the consequences, but who cares?
Exactly.
We will always find someone who's going to watch them and is going to make us money. But
that's a good analogy, because my wife and I were watching Walking Dead, and then after Rick died, it just kind of went downhill, and now everybody's saying it's just very hard to watch. So I think that you've got something there that you don't want to wear out your welcome. So you.
Well, thanks. And so yeah, it's gonna be definitely a finite story. For now, I'm planning about 4 volumes, and let's say that we're hugely successful or something, and I make tens of thousands of dollars with my campaigns. Then it doesn't have to be 4 volumes, right? I can just make a bigger volume. Obviously, the bigger the book, the more shipping is going to cost, the more I'm going to pay for pages, for production from my team, the higher the goal has to be. So that can only be obviously enabled by a huge backing.
Right.
So we'll see. So if you guys are not into physical comics, or you think maybe $49 is too much, it's not. Or you think I don't know, this other one, $25 is too much, then you can back the Digital Legend perk, which is the PDF of this comic book. Then we got the Columns variant, right? So the team
how much in US is the digital?
It's $11.
Okay, nice.
Right. Yeah, sorry, I thought.
Yeah. That's okay.
$11. And so with both the Columns variant and the Fire variant down here, you get a PDF version as well. And so yeah, as you can see, the black and white is not available in the perks or the trading card. So you can only get those 2 from the featured perk. So these are the other trading cards, guys, available as the stretch goals. Every $500, once we get to 15,000, unlock not 1 but 2 trading cards. All right, I don't think anyone else can offer you a better deal in Comicsgate, or better looking trading cards. Okay, when it comes to trading cards,
beautiful. Are you offering anything signed in your campaign Alex? Or?
I mean, I'm gonna sign everything. Or maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Or let's just put it this way. That sounded like a good idea until I actually said it out loud. Because then I have to open each comic, I have to sign each one of them. I don't mind, right? But obviously, if you guys don't want it signed, then I don't have to go and do that. So let's put it this way: if you guys want the comic signed, just drop me and get in touch with me through
Okay.
Indiegogo or social media, Twitter, Instagram. I'm always available, and I will do that for you, no problem.
Yeah, I would love to get mine signed. I think I backed.
Yes, you did back. You were one of the first people, and I want to thank you so much. You were backer number 6, I believe.
Number 6, yeah, on Bancroft's show. We were like, I was on April 1st, and you were on April 2nd. Yeah. So, folks, this is a great looking comic book. It has to make at least 15,000. I mean, you can see the level of quality, and this is not cheap. Artists, they should get paid, what they're worth. And this, Alex is writing this. He needs more pizzas, so you got to feed him. So, yeah, I can't encourage. This is one of the best looking books of the last year. And I want to give Alex as much support as possible. And you guys can tell, you guys in the chat, you're comic book fans, this is not your average looking book. I don't know if people have said this. I think they may have compared this, Alex. So back in the 90s and the 80s, there was a book called The Elementals by Kamiko. And yours is like a much 2021 version of The Elementals to me. And that was a really fun book by Bill Willingham.
Yeah, that's that Bill Willingham, the writer of Fables.
Yes, that was one of his first books back in the day as a book.
I'm not familiar. I've heard you compare it to that title before. I never actually looked it up. I'm not familiar with it. So
I think I have an image here that I'll show you. Let me share it. Yeah, I'm a little rusty today. Let's see. Yeah, if you just go online and you look up Elementals comic book, on my browser, there's a. Let's see if I can pull up it. Yeah, there you go. Can you see that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's kind of a. I want the bigger image.
That is true. Yeah, the big green guy that kind of reminds me of Earth.
Yeah. So anyway, it's cool, bud. Well, let me go ahead and zoom out here and stop sharing the Elementals and just kind of talk to you about your process. So you're running a 30-day campaign, and obviously you want to try to hit 15,000. What? Who was your inspiration as a comic book creator? Because you're 25, and what did you grow up reading, and what kind of inspired you to get into comics?
So the first comic I remember picking up was Spawn, and I didn't know it was Spawn. All I remember was a scarlet cape, chains in the darkness, and this horned demon creature, buff. And then later on in life, obviously, I realized it was Spawn, and I'm a huge Spawn fan. It is easily my favorite Western. Well, of course, after your Vertigo titles and stuff, it is one of my top 5 favorite comics from Western culture. And growing up in Italy, I read a lot of Mickey Mouse that was coming out weekly. I read a lot of I read a few manga. Death Note was a huge one. I'm a huge Death Note fan, especially the anime. I can't reread anything I've read before, not even Sandman. I never reread anything. I don't see the point. I'm probably wrong, but I can't reread it. And and then I came over here to the UK, and I discovered Forbidden Planet, and I went to it, and it was like, a geek paradise, a geek's wet dream. And I started buying all these Marvel and DC, and I read the Snyder run of Batman, Scott Snyder, not Zack Snyder. Fuck that guy. And what's that? Did you hear something? And I really enjoyed that run. But then quickly, my taste became a little more sophisticated, if you will. Not to throw shade on people who enjoy, your bombastic superhero titles, but I'm just saying that's what the journey I had, and I found Sandman, and Sandman changed me completely. First, I found Mouse. First or after, actually, I think after Mouse by Art Spiegelman. But Sandman really rewrote my DNA as a comic book. As well, I wasn't a comic book anything back then. I just read comics, but it just really sparked an incredible passion within me. I grew up on Spawn and manga as well. Death Note was one of my favorite anime growing up. Yeah, true that. And and then once I read Sandman and virtually anything out of Neil Gaiman, I read Fables, I read Lucifer, great comics, those ones as well. The first half of Fables, then the second half is crap. And let's see, what else do I have? Preacher. Preacher's great. Some other titles from Image, Deadly Class, I really enjoyed. Outcast, I really enjoyed. About demonic possession, a really great book. And Spawn, of course. Those are my favorite things I've got.
Okay, so it sounds like Neil Gaiman was a big influence on you.
Yeah, he was.
So I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but when I was doing comics in the 80s, I did the Ninja Turtles spoof called the Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters.
Yeah, well, I knew about it.
Yeah. So then a high school friend of mine were doing this book, and then after a while he couldn't keep up with the pace. So Sam Keith came on Hamsters, I think on issue number 6. And then Mike Driggenberg was another guy that was working with me on Eclipse books, doing some Hamsters and anthology work. And so both of those guys, after they got done working with me on Hamsters and a book called Enchanter, which I may be re-releasing again, they went to go work on Sandman with Neil. Right about the time we were doing work for Eclipse, they basically got hired, and so that the rest is history. I'm sure they're making good money on the on the royalties from Sandman trade paperbacks. But
I remember you telling me about this, and I don't think I ever told you this. I have said it on a stream before, but so I've seen Sam Keith's work, and it's great work, right? And I know that Sam Keith is greatly appreciated by a lot of people, and myself included. But I've got to be honest. He's probably my least favorite artist from the whole Sandman lineup, and he knows that too. Because if you read the like afterwards of Sandman, it does say that he stepped away from the project. He spoke with Neil, and he said to him that he didn't feel like he was giving his best with this project. He didn't feel like it was his thing, right?
Yeah.
And I agree. I feel like he shines more with, tales from the, those older books, Golden Age horror comics. Hey, Nefarious. Nefarious might be my number one backer. My first backer, I believe.
Good job. I think he was, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Nefarious. Yeah, I heard that working on Sandman he had some difficulties with the editor. I think her name was Karen Berger, and that she was just really, really demanding of him. And I think he walked away with not a very happy, disposition after doing Sandman. So that probably showed in his work.
Yeah.
But, create our own stuff versus other things. You can see in the Max that he really,
definitely
really having fun and stuff. But
definitely,
you're right. I think it's fine to have that opinion. I think that's criticism, if you take it the right way, can only make you better. But that's cool. Alex, is there anything else you want to say or to the fans out there, or anything you want to, any particular tier that you think is the best bang for your buck on the campaign?
No, you guys, the best tier is the featured perks, and also listen, we are at 2,683. Would somebody please get me over 2,700? Thank you.
Yes,
I would
I
really
hear you,
appreciate
man. I'm at about 2,400 on Beardzerker and almost 7,000 on XFAR. So we've just been, both of us, when in the green room, Alex and I were saying we're just kind of in this stagnant end of the first week doldrums. So we would love it if payday is coming up for you guys to take a risk on us and back our projects, because we're almost like launching the same week, and we both have the same kind of mental I think fatigue from doing a week worth of streams with everybody. But I think you're on your way, my friend. This is an amazing looking first campaign. So we'll have you on again. I definitely think you're going to be a force in this industry for sure. You and your team.
Want to be.
Yeah. So Alex, thank you for coming, my friend.
It's my pleasure, always.
I hope you enjoy your Pizza Hut pizza. And you ordered the steak fajita, right?
I did.
That sounds pretty good. Did they put like peppers on it and
yes,
onions? Oh, that sounds good. All right. Well, Alex, you are awesome. Thank you for coming on my show. I'll raise up my cup to you. You have your green tea or your tea?
Water and water as well.
A water. Okay, my friend.
Cheers.
Well, Alex, thank you for joining us, chat. Thank you for being here. I'm actually going to have a little bit of I'll go for like another 15 minutes. I wanted to give people kind of an update. So Alex, take care, my friend. We'll see you later.
Thank you so much. Thank you. See you.
Bye-bye. All right. That was Alex. What an awesome dude. So talented. I mean, his first effort, he comes out swinging, and I really think his project is something we should all get behind. So, hey guys, so I got some cool stuff to show you. Well, first of all, I went, yesterday was my wife's birthday, and she said, oh, I really want to get a set of drums for my birthday. So I went to the music store and we bought her a nice new kind of a white pearlescent a drum set, obviously with drumsticks. And we set that up and we kind of played a little bit last night. I don't know if you guys play Rock Band, but that's the game that kind of got her hooked into wanting to play drums. And she's really good at Rock Band. I mean, she plays expert level, and it kind of keeps us young, and we pretend like we're rock stars playing that game. But she says, I want to take it to the next level. So we bought her a physical set of drums. And when I was at the music store in Northern California, the guy had Funko Pops. Normally you find these in a department store, but this music store had a bunch of Funko Pops. So I got a Prince one, and I've always been a Prince fan since the 80s. Let's Go Crazy, When Doves Fly, Purple Rain. That was like, I really liked funk and guitars together. That was, to me, I think he's really innovator in that, kind of like Jimi Hendrix as well. But this is my new Prince pop, and I don't want to give any spoilers to Beardzerker, but there might be some type of reference to this guy in Beardzerker. So I'm not going to take it out of the box, but I got the Prince pop, and then I got. He said, "Yeah, go look up on the top level of the music store. There's all sorts of non-music pops there as well." So he had like, probably 100 different types of pops. And so then this was the one that caught my eye that he had that was not music. So I got a Stan Lee pop, and he's kind of dressed like, I think, like the Watcher, like from one of the Avengers movies. So this is from Thor Ragnarok. I guess he made a little cameo in Thor Ragnarok. So this is what he looked like in that one. But God bless your soul, Mr. Lee and Jack Kirby. You guys were awesome, awesome in my my upbringing for comics. I was a big Marvel fan and Fantastic Four fan and so forth. Another thing I wanted to show you was I got a couple things to unbox today. The first one is from the fine folks at Red Valkyrie, which is a YouTube channel with Shay and Cyborg Valkyrie. I was on their show maybe like a month ago promoting X-Farce, and they were just so nice to me. And Shay even dressed up like one of our X-Farce characters called Domino's, and she had her painted face and a Domino's pizza delivery outfit on. It was just like the first time I've ever seen anybody cosplay one of our characters. So it was a real cool thing. But in the midst of our relationship, they said, I said that I would send them some X-Farce mugs. And then they said, well, we have a mug that's on our, on our online store. That's our best-selling mug. And we'll send you one. So this has been in my mailbox for like the last week. And I wanted to open it live because I think that's kind of fun. So hopefully that's what this is. Yep, it's a mug, and it's very well packed. Oh man, I gotta start working out more. It's in there good. Okay, yeah, this is the famous Red Valkyrie mug. So you've got their logo. I definitely recommend their show. Shay and Cy, if you watch this on a replay, please know that I really appreciate your support. I was on their auction show maybe a couple weeks ago and sold some stuff there. So this is their Red Valkyrie mug, and then this is their best. This is their best-selling design according to them, which is Cy drawing. I don't know exactly who this. I don't know if he's drawing Shay in some type of mermaid. I'm not sure. Anyways, this is their best-selling mug, and it'll be definitely something that I drink coffee from on this show after I wash it out. But this is nice. It's got like a black ceramic inside, and so definitely check out their channel and their show. Thank you so much, guys. So then the other thing I was going to do, I've had this in my mailbox for like, oh man, 2 to 3 weeks. And I've been trying to ask the creator if he could come on my show. It's a book by Nasser Rabadi and Vic King. And unfortunately, Nasser works at the time of my Coffee and Comic show. But I told him, I was going to open up his book called Asile on my show. So this is Asile. And Nasser's been really, from what I hear, he's been doing, a lot of campaigns, and he always successfully fulfills them. So it came in a nice Gemini mailer, so you can make sure it doesn't get damaged. So this is Asile. It's a black and white horror book that I think it takes place like, I'm not sure when it takes place, but it's a Dracula horror book. And so I just wanted to support his book. I don't think this was too much. It's probably somewhere between 15 to 20, 25 bucks. And so let me take a look at it. I'll probably review it in the future after I get a chance to read it. But this is a black and white book. He signed it on the front. And yeah, this just came out, and he's got Vic King. Billy Baxco was one of the cleanup artists on this, and lettered by Matthew Veely. So when I saw this campaign, I said, this kind of reminds me of back in the 80s and 90s, I used to read a lot of Master of Kung Fu. And there was this artist named Gene Day. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he did a lot of great Master of Kung Fu books. And when I saw Vic's line art on this, it kind of reminded me of Gene Day. I think his brother's name is Dan Day. So I think this is still in demand on Indiegogo. You could look up Asyl, which is ASYL, which is short for Asylum. So yeah, I'm going to give this book a read. Vic has a new campaign that looks really good out. So yeah, this is Asyl by Nasser, and you get a little bit of a couple of swag goodies with this. And then let's see. Oh, you got a Secret Comics patch. People are telling me patches are kind of what people like these days. I haven't looked into that as an incentive, but you could sew this on your jacket or something. And then you get a nice Secret Comics, feels like a playing card. You know, it has kind of that waxy playing card feel to it. So that's a cool little perk. This must be like trading card number 6. And then this is looks like one of the characters, a sticker with one of the characters in it. So cool, Nasser. Well, I hope you did well with your campaign, sir. And I will definitely, he's got a horror book coming out. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but maybe we can have him on a show, like a pre-recorded show someday, talking about his horror writing, because he does not just comic books, but I think he does like actual horror books as well. So update. Let me go ahead and go and do my Beardzerker pitch for you guys. Somebody in the chat says bring out the beard, so I'll bring out the beard. And let me show you the campaign. Actually, I'm gonna play the trailer. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna give you a little update on Beardzerker. All right, here you go.
Comics are totally awesome, and I'm totally awesome too. Beardzerker has everything you want from a comic book. It's got great drawings, colors, great story. It's got great action, has a little romance, and it's about something. Not just any something. It's a parody of some thing. And I was like, well, I used to collect and I love comic books. And they were like, so, did you ever want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah. And then Parody Press was like, oh yeah. So they made a comic book that's a parody of my comic book. And it will probably be pretty hilarious, because that's what a parody is. Or at least what it's supposed to be. You know, this idea of kind of like a rock and roll warrior. Someone in an altered state. Someone with a big guitar axe. Then a pet cat that's from the hood. Just out of control. Speaking of out of control, there's his beard. It gets bigger and longer throughout the book until it takes on a fantastical life of its own. It's like, whoa! So, check it out. If you do, I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. But honestly, I didn't really do that much, other than rambling on about comics and books. I mean, comic books. Wait, what was I saying? Oh well. Enjoy! Beardzerker from Parody Press. Back it today!
Yo, so that's the trailer to Beardzerker, and we had a fun time making that baby. So we just launched this campaign last week on April 1st on Michael Bancroft's YouTube channel, and we are just shy of about $2,400 on this campaign, and we're up to 41 backers. I wanted to say thank you to everyone that's supported, or if you're thinking about supporting it, please feel free to go to beardzerker.com. Yeah, we have a special right now. If you get all 6 issues, you can get them for the discounted price of $75, which is $15 off the normal $90 suggested retail price. And yeah, all 6 covers, you're going to get Kanan White's cover, which I'll just scroll down here real quick. This is Kanan's cover with him fighting the murder hornets. And then you also get a really cool She cover by Bill Mouse. Thank you to Billy Tucci. And then you get Rainbow the Brute by Preston Azevedo. Thank you to Ethan Van Sciver for letting us have permission to put Rainbow on covers. I think this might be his first appearance in print, so it might be a pretty cool collector's item. We're planning on fulfilling this book in June, so not too much of a wait if you back this. You don't have to wait till winter time to get this book. We're in full production on this. You can see some of the pages that are already done on our campaign. Here's another cover, which is the box office Beardzerker. It kind of looks like a movie poster. This is by Thad Rhodes. And then the last variant that you would get is U.S. Assassin with art by Mike McMahon. And you can get either these individually or you can get them as a group. One of the things that I think is one of the best bangs for the buck is the Fear the Beard tier, which is this one right here, which is why I have the beard on. So if you get this for $99, you're going to get all 6 books that I just talked to you about. And you're going to get, those are signed by myself if you like. There's no extra charge for my autograph. And then you get an MP3 soundtrack album by Laz Novak, which is called Kiss My Axe. And you're going to get 7 MP3 songs on it that are heavy metal songs. You kind of heard his music in the trailer, and there's even a sample of his other music on our campaign page, so you can check it out. And not only that, let me go ahead and zoom out here real quick. You're going to get one of these cool babies. You're going to get a cool sketch card by Bill Mouse for that $99. And it comes on his official Bill Mouse trading card, sketch card stock. Now this is Hans and Franz, some of the German bad guys in the book. This is Cat Stevens. And then this is Beardzerker himself. So you're going to get all those things. And then you're also going to get this costume beard, which I'm showing you here. Right here. So that's all for $99, guys. So check it out. We're rocking and rolling on this. It's going to be a fun book. We appreciate your support. Like I said, we're just shy of like 2,400. As I mentioned on other streams, this beard has multiple purposes. You can use it as a costume. It serves as a COVID mask, even though it doesn't look too sanitary. And then everybody likes to see me use it as a toupee. So if you guys are follically challenged, you can wear it. Like, it almost feels like one of those banker's caps. I don't know, man. I'm just thankful that it's black and it matches my hair. So anyways, yeah, guys, this has been fun. Now the last thing I wanted to show you is our our X-Farce campaign. So let me share that real quick, and then we'll wrap this baby up. Let's see here. So X-Farce, guys, you know, we started this campaign in January, and believe it or not, the books are on their way right now to us. They're supposed to be here tonight, and I wanted to have like a live unboxing party to kind of show you what, you know, the books are going to look like, because we have 3 variant covers on the book. We've got the Bill Mouse X-Farce Reloaded homage, and then we've got Mark Lewis's Unfunny X-Cons 1960s variant cover, and then we've got this really cool one by Rob Willis, which is Cesspool Fighting Cable TV, along with Dumb Coughs and Tangerine and Mistress Piggy. So yeah, these are going to be in my hands tonight. So I may just do a kind of an impromptu stream later tonight once they're here physically. UPS said the scheduled delivery time is like in the afternoon to early evening, like I think as late as 7 o'clock. So there's a good chance my wife and I may come on and just kind of unbox the books. And we have a trading card that we promised along with this book. So we're going to hopefully show those to you later tonight. And then after that, it'll be the fun task of packaging them up and starting to fulfill all the orders on this campaign. So yeah, we came in on schedule. I said that this would be launching in January and that we would shoot for an April ship date. So hopefully everybody will get their X-Farce books in good condition. We'll be putting them in bags and boards and shipping them in Gemini mailers. And I'm pretty much sure everybody got priority mail shipping. So you're not going to have to wait. You know, some people send out media mail, which, you know, is fine. It's generally about 2/3 cheaper than priority mail. But I just thought, let's do it right. Let's get it to people quickly. Let's get it so it can be tracked. And so that's what we're going to do with X-Farce. Any other questions, guys? Oh, Passmaster. That's good. You've seen better tubes on William Shatner. Oh my gosh. J-Pot says I could use a toupee. My wife is in the audience. Uh-oh, the baby's crying. Uh-oh. That means we have a new puppy, which is a little Japanese chin, and she probably needs to go potty right now. So I need to get upstairs and take care of them. You guys have a lot of good comments here. I didn't catch them because I was too busy. Well, Cat Stevens later changed his name to Yusuf Islam. I don't think so. I don't think so. I should charge a few extra bucks not to sign them. Oh, man. Who wore it better, Hagrid or Dawn? I don't even know who Hagrid is. Oh, you guys are fun. You guys are enhancing my pun game. You know, you guys inspire me. Thank you guys again so much for joining us today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Ginge, thank you for being a faithful attendant to our chats and supporting our stuff. Ray, thank you for being our faithful moderator, and everybody in the chat. I appreciate you coming. It's a little after 10. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and get back to work on my regular 9-to-5 job. But hopefully I'll see you guys tonight. If you follow my channel, you'll probably get notified when I go live, when we have X-Farce unboxing. And if you follow me on Twitter, which let me go ahead and put up my little banner here, how you can follow me on Twitter. Let's see here. It's basically at Real Don. There you go. It's kind of scrolling across the top there, but let me, yeah. So anyways, it's scrolling across the bottom at Real Don Chin or at Parody_Press. You will be notified when we're going to show the unboxing. So anyways, guys, hope you have a great day, and we will talk to you later. And I'll leave you with a little, let's see, what can we leave you? That's kind of fun. Yeah, I think right now I'm going to just keep it short and sweet. I'll play a little Jeopardy with the black belt hamsters. All right. Until next time, guys. God bless. Let me take off a little past Pastor Dan's chat here. Bye, Jeff Potts. Thank you. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say good night.
Religion for 500, please.
The answer is denomination founded by a group of Oxford University students led by John Wesley. Ty.
What is Methodism?
Methodism is good for 500, and you're on the plus side. Select.
Common bonds for 300, please.
Adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters, DN agents, the Fantastic Four. What are comic book characters or groups? Ty, go again.
Common bonds for 400, please.
Answer.
Whoa.